To talk? Can you hear me now? Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the First Unitarian Congregation of Ottawa. I am Carmen from this congregation's board. This is our annual Mitten Tree Sunday. We will be doing things a little bit differently. Our children are with us again, and they will be with us throughout the service. We will begin with 4 announcements from the board. At last Sunday's special congregational meeting, our members voted unanimously to update our charitable purposes to reflect our activities and objectives. The board wishes to thank the Governance Committee for their tenacious attention to detail over 4.5 years to make this possible. We also thank the congregation for their engagement and support of these changes. Announcement number 2. The Enviro Action for December is collecting plastic pill bottles to send to disaster relief organizations. We are looking for bottles, large and small prescription pill bottles. The pill bottles must be capped, clean, and unlabeled. Please put a dime or 2 in each bottle to help cover postage. You can look at our electronic newsletter for more information on this. Number 3, this coming Saturday evening, December 16, please join us at 7 p.m. for an evening of contemplation called Waiting for the Light, in preparation for the winter solstice. We will walk a candle-lit labyrinth, share a time of quiet meditation and music, and enjoy warm apple cider together. All are welcome. Admission is $5 or pay what you can. And finally, a reminder from the pledge team. The annual pledge drive will be ending soon. Please submit your pledges if you haven't already done so. And remember to pledge as if your congregation depends on it. And now, let's make some Christmas music together. Here is Jen to lead us in The Little Drummer Boy.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, welcome to the First Unitarian Congregation of Ottawa. Whether you are here in Worship Hall or watching from wherever you may be, we are glad that you have chosen to be with us today. I'm the Reverend Eric Meter, this congregation's lead minister.
And I'm Mary, your worship associate this morning. We acknowledge that our FirstU campus is located on traditional, unsurrendered, and unceded Algonquin Anishinaabe territory, and that the work of reconciliation is the responsibility of our congregation and of all Canadians. Our goal is to educate ourselves and all those that have the willingness to understand, to be of service to those who are at risk, and to advocate for justice.
We have a tree in need of a little more decoration behind us this morning. You know what that means. It's time for our annual Mitten Tree celebration. But first, if you haven't already, we encourage you to sign up to receive the EUU, our weekly email newsletter. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages and our website for notices and current updates. Our calendar continues to be as full as ever, though some of our activities take place online. This morning, each of us is welcome. We of any we of any heritage or faith, whatever our burdens, of any culture or race, of any gender or orientation, in any body, all that we are, today we are all part of this spiritual community.
Today we're going to follow our chalice lighting reading with the chalice lighting song that the children sing each week in the Rainbow Room. No, I'm just going to continue. Many of you will remember it from services gone by. A chalice flame is the meeting point, the union of the refuge, safety and incredible beauty of darkness, and the warmth and assurance and the joy of light. In the presence of this flame, may we tend our soul fire. As we offer warmth and comfort to be shared in community, let's remember that sharing is love multiplied. Eleanor is going to help me light the chalice as we sing. Our opening reading this morning is an adaptation of the poem Mittens and Friends by Amy Ludwig van de Water. Last night, I pawed through our mitten basket, tossing rainbows of mittens onto the hardwood floor, trying to make a match. Mitten after mitten, I tossed, one red wool, one black ski, one missing its thumb, one dollar store glove, one hand knit by grandma, one with a fluffy cuff, and one striped. At last, under 7 hats and 2 scarves, I found it, the second red wool. Clapping my hands together, Warm at last. I remembered meeting you. Please stand if you are able for our opening hymn, 1007 in the teal hymnal, and the words will be up here as well. There's a river flowing in my soul.
Rabbit's Gift by George Shannon. Rabbit twitched his nose in the cold, damp air. Time to find food. More snow was coming soon. He hopped and pawed through the field until he found a turnip. Then a second one, too. Quickly as he could, Rabbit rolled them home. Rabbit grinned as he nibbled. A turnip always makes for a cozy meal. Warm and safe, he thought about Donkey alone on the hill and wondered if she'd found enough to eat. Rabbit gently butted his extra turnip to Donkey's house. but Donkey wasn't there. Rabbit left the turnip by the door, then hopped back home as his tracks disappeared in the falling snow. When Donkey returned with a potato she found, she nearly stepped on the turnip by the door. "Who could have left this nice surprise?" asked Donkey. "My potato is plenty for me, but Goat is always hungry. I'll take this to him." Donkey hurried to her neighbors. But Goat wasn't there. Donkey left the turnip by the door, then climbed back home as her tracks disappeared in the falling snow. When Goat returned with a cabbage he'd found, he nearly stepped on the turnip by the door. "Dear me," said Goat, "someone's lost a turnip, and with all this snow." Maybe it was Deer when she passed this way. So Goat tucked his cabbage inside the door and rolled the turnip around the bend to Deer's house. But Deer wasn't there. Goat left the turnip by the door. Then trudged back home as his tracks disappeared in the falling snow. Now, when Deer came home with a carrot she'd found, she nearly stepped on the turnip by the door. "How kind," said Deer. "Someone's left me a gift. But there's no need to keep more than I can eat. With the snow this deep, Rabbit can't have found much food." So Deer took high steps through the deep, deep snow. Rabbit was home, but sound asleep. Deer left the turnip by the door, then leaped back home as her tracks disappeared in the falling snow. Now the next morning, Rabbit woke up early. After a nibble of his turnip, he was ready to play. But as he stepped outside, Rabbit tripped on another turnip lying by the door. "Who in the woods could have brought me this?" Rabbit looked for tracks, but the night's fresh snow had erased everything. "I don't know who to thank." Then Rabbit slowly grinned. "But I know just who to share it with." Yes, a turnip always makes for a cozy meal.
After that very enjoyable story, we have some centering words, which are called Warmth in Winter by Ben Sewell. Seen from above, a person's hands cradle a mug of cocoa. Also visible is their torso wrapped in a wool blanket. Now has come winter. With whip of wind and slash of snow, and the diamond-bright stars and the black ice of the heavens, just as we resist the season with shovel and scraper, wool and windbreaker, we embrace it with sled and snowboard, cocoa and comforter. Winter is here. Let us find warmth in this time of being together.
And as we gather in the warmth of being together, let us pause as we do each week in recognition of both the joy and sorrows of our lives and those across the globe. We honor our celebrations and challenges alike by placing stones in water. As the ripples extend outward, we can imagine them continuing out beyond the small bowl, out through and past our pews, out into the larger community of all. This morning we have a stone for Joan for providing us yet another fabulous Christmas tree. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay, I'm looking for Joan Auden. Is Joan Auden here? No, okay. Joan has been doing this for years, providing this beautiful, huge tree to use as our mitten tree. And so I'm going to put a very big stone in for a very big tree. Thank you, Joan, for adding so much to our festivities with your generous gift.
I want to hear the splash, Mary. All right. Thank you, Joan. And we also recognize that 75 years ago today, on December 10th, 1948, the world united to make a solemn pledge. Every person, regardless of who they were or where they lived, is guaranteed fundamental human rights. The foundation of our shared humanity, enshrined by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, serves as both a beacon of hope and reminds us that we can and must stand up for the rights of others and our own in the face of adversity, wherever that will come from. Our postlude this morning will be a tribute to the potential of what can happen when people from around the world unite in such common cause. And now I invite each of you who would care to come forward and place a stone of joy, of sorrow, of challenge, whatever is on your heart this morning. A caring card for Joan is at the back of the hall at our caring table for us to sign. Even if you don't know her, signing your name to her card is a way for us to extend our care and appreciation for those who have done so much on behalf of this community. I invite us now together into a time of stillness, maybe not quiet, but reflection all the same. And after several moments, Jen will bring us back together through the gift of music.
Grandma's Mittens, from Andrea Gibson. My grandma used to knit my mittens too big so they'd still fit me when I grew. I'd wear them and look like what I wasn't yet. It's okay if the best of you is still something you're growing into.
I invite the Chalice Choir to come up and help me with the music. So this morning, our music it will be for everyone. It's called I Love You So Much, and it's a call and response. The first time, I'm going to call, and the Chalice Choir is going to respond. And then the second time, feel free to join in with the response, and the words will be up on the screen. I love myself so much. I love myself so much. So I can love you so much. So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can keep loving me. So you can keep loving me. Ba-dum-da-da-dum.
Ba-dum-da-da-dum. I love myself so much. I love myself so much. So you can love me so much. So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can keep loving me. So you can keep loving me.
I love myself so much.
I love myself so much.
So I can love you so much.
So I can love you so much.
So you can love you so much.
So you can love you so much.
So you can keep loving me.
So you can keep loving me.
Ba-dum-ba-da.
I love myself so much.
I love myself so much.
So I can love you so much.
So I can love you so much.
So you can love you so much.
So you can love you so much.
So you can keep loving me.
So you can keep loving me.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da.
That song doesn't really end, does it? But you ended it. I guess it just keeps going. Can I tell you a secret? Now, this isn't a secret where the young ones are, I'm not going to invite them to close their ears, although it may give them yet another reason never to grow up. While I wanted, when I was a boy, as much treasure as other kids my age, there's only one present that I remember now. It was an orange Schwinn 3-speed banana seat bike. Oh, the adventures we had. I won't tell you the adventures we had. I promised Jody I'd be brief this morning. Although the truth is, I remember the bike, but I don't know if it was a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or anything, but that was the gift from my parents that I remember. There was so much I wanted when I was younger. A microscope, to be 2 years older, just 2, that bike. And while I didn't see the movie A Christmas Story until I was in my 40s, I would have wanted a Red Ryder BB gun as much as Ralphie did, I'm sure. But my family was a gun-free family. My mother ensured that. So while the Christmas gifts that I gave her and Dad were long, they never included a BB gun, at least not more than once. These days, I still want as much as I did then, but at least some of the time I want different things. More time, more energy, to be a bit younger and more fit in body. That my wife, Ann, would finally get around to winning the lottery that she says she always will. She always says she will. And then there are other things I want. For others to be healthy and happy, to trust the love that others hold them in. How can there be justice when people are unhappy? I remember being told as a child, maybe that age, although it would have gone in one ear and out the other, that it is better to give than to receive. Over the years now, I've begun to appreciate those words. After being given gifts, the like of which I will never be able to match, I don't think. Christmas, maybe 7 years ago, my wife gave me a Groupon stay for 10 nights in her native Jamaica, a trip for the both of us at the start of a sabbatical. I don't know if I can match that. But knowing how much that gift and the other wonderful gifts that I've been blessed to receive, remembering how much I appreciated those, how much they meant to me, I try. Each year, I try. The thing is that generosity begets generosity. That's one of the magic truths of our world. So this time of year, we think about what might make others happy. That's what gifts are about, isn't it? Signs that we know one another, know or at least have a good enough guess about what others will enjoy. Signs that others are important to us. Signs we give one another of our love and care amid the hustle and bustle that is just life itself, isn't it? This year, you may be tempted to run around, scurry around hither and yon for presents, or click that Amazon button, please deliver by date. But remember, it really is the thought that counts. And what people really need is to know that they're loved, know that they're appreciated. So let's pause in this time when the sunlight is less, but we seem to scurry around more than ever. Let's remember to breathe every moment or two, and the magic that's taking place at every single moment. Thank you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and let us continue with our tradition at this time of year.
I invite the ushers to start passing the baskets at this time. Not seeing any ushers, that could be a problem. Do we have ushers? Do we have baskets? This congregation has a long history of care, vitality, and bringing people together to move the art of justice forward. We have been able to live into our hopes and dreams because of the generosity of those within and beyond this community. Whether you are here in Worship Hall or anywhere else, you are part of this community. To make a gift in support of the work of this congregation, you don't need to use the baskets that are now beginning to make their way among our pews. Wherever you are invited to go to our website or contact our finance manager to find out how to make a donation or keep up with your pledge. Our gifts are freely given and gratefully received. We dedicate these gifts to the work of this community of faith, serving human wholeness, caring for the planet, upholding religious freedom, welcoming the stranger, and loving one another. And now we're going to continue with Jody and the Mitten Tree.
Our annual tradition of the Mitten Tree is for sure a favorite of many. Each year, we decorate the boughs of our Mitten Tree with gifts for those who are in need of a little extra warmth. This act of giving from our abundance will make a big impact on the community at large. This year, these gifts will be donated to the women and children that the Uville Center serve and the men served by the Ottawa Mission. I will also draw your attention to the mitten art that the children made last week, and the parents are welcome to take their children's art home at the end of service. So please stand if you are able to sing "O Mitten Tree." The words are found on the screen above, and after which I will invite you to decorate the Mitten Tree together. now invite you to come up and decorate the mitten tree. If you're unable to come up, you can pass your mittens to one of the children or someone around you. Thank you.
It's fine. This is his second time.
Oh, okay. You're gonna lift them up?
Yes. That was a very, I'm not lifting you up.
Well, that was fun, and lots of things on that tree, so people are very generous. Thank you very much. Before we begin to close this time of worship and reflection, a reminder that coffee hour will begin in Fellowship Hall immediately after this service. If you are new here, still feel new, or simply welcome conversation today, please pick up a green mug, Eric, green mug, as you enter Fellowship Hall. Doing so will help others looking forward to good conversation with you and help them find you. Also, during today's coffee hour, the Unitarian Go-Go's are having a bake sale with proceeds going to the Stephen Lewis Foundation. Now, as we prepare to extinguish our chalice, may these words adapted from those by Alex Hayder Winnett be our guide. In this time of lights in the darkness, warmth in the cold, and music in the silence, let us also remember to appreciate the dark, the cold, and the quiet. To celebrate by doing simple acts of kindness for one another. To recall that the sun will come again. This morning's chalice is extinguished. The spark of our connections and faith remains. And now let's sing Spirit of Life in both English and French, once again with our new French translation, the second time through.
Two years ago at my first Mitten Tree, people said, yeah, you're gonna see adults and senior citizens and kids alike in the nation's capital flinging mittens at a tree. I said, good Unitarians would never do that. I was wrong. Oh, friends, we are people of both reason and heart, of both memory and hope. May we always remain people of love, providing a place in this world for our spirits, a place that can best be called home. And now as we return to helping the world come alive in love, go in peace, go with the spirit of the season in your heart, go and bring a little more joy into this currently gray world. Go with love, my friends. Go with love.
throw them back in. They're pretty bouncy, aren't they? One goes up, three come down.
Infinite job.
There you go. That was a good one.
There, we did it. We did it. All right, here they go. That was super fun. That was really very enjoyable. Laura was being, I also.
Well, that's great. That's what we're trying to say.
Yes. Yes.